All right, Rabbi Sai. Are we good? Noam. Check this out for a second, please.
Shut the window. Is it straight? Just open. Good. Right?
Are we straight? Are we live?
Yeah, we're straight, that's for sure.
No comment.
That was live also.
This is not politically correct.
You just said something very interesting.
The un-PC.
Non-PC share. Chaf Beis Omid Aleph Toner Rabbanon. Top. First word. Shuma Yisoyim Shleishim Yoyim. So we learned in the Mishnah that to assess the property and to sell the property of Yisoyim, what you do is, it's a 30-day process. You have to announce it, you have to let everybody know. Why do you do this? Why do you do 30 days? Why can't we just sell it? We know how much, right, we have to maximize the profit for the assignment. We know how much it's worth, but maybe somebody will come along and pay more than the market value. B'shuma hegdish shishim yoyim. And for hegdish, we do this for 60 days. Divri Rebbe Meir. Three-way machlokes. Although the Mishnah only brings one shita, the Gemara brings three shitas. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Shuma Yisayim, right? So the Mishnah is like Rabbi Meir. Another shita, says the Gemara, that we didn't have in the Mishnah. Rabbi Yehuda Omer Shuma Yisayim Shishim Yoim, Shuma Hegdish Tishim Yoim. It goes up. Yisayim is 60 days, like the Mishnah says for Hegdish, and Hegdish is Tishim Yoim, 60 and 90, a new amount that we didn't have before. B'chachamim Oimrim. So the Chachamim say like Rabbi Meir in Hegdish, and like Rabbi Yehuda in Yisayim.
Does that mean they only get paid after 90 days before you ship it?
What?
Hegdish will only get their money after 90 days.
They're only allowed to sell after 90 days.
We have to wait 90 days,
yeah.
Then they sell it. So
And then to maximize the profit.
they've never heard of discounted cash flow.
Well, that's what we do for Yisayim. That's we'll see a little bit of that.
Israel adopted this as standard business practice. It's called Tishim.
Everybody's like that. Look, most people.
Any company will only
No, but it's not about that.
60 to 90 days.
It's not about that. If you have a house to sell, you don't put it on the market for one day. You want to maximize your profits.
That's the way it works.
The downside of the 60 days is that people may withdraw.
The downside is when there's interest. That's the downside.
That's just they want to maximize their price. Here we want to maximize. Heck, the bottom line is the same.
Can drop out. They say, oh, it's not worth so much.
Where did you get that from? Stam? Svar? He says it. Okay. Omer Rav Chizda Omer Avimi. Halacha Shuma Yisoyim Shishim. Yeah, listen, there's a balance. You can't do it too quickly, and you can't wait too long, because then people they drop out. When they're, like you said, there has to be a sense of urgency. There has to be some, but it also can't be one day. You have to give it enough time for the market to know about it. And nobody wants their home on the market for one day. That's not a good sign. You put it on there, you let people know, and then see what happens. 60 days. The Mishnah says 30 days. Comes Rav Chizda, says it's 60 days. Yoser Rav Chia bar Rav Oven, v'komer lo shmaitza. Omer le Rav Nachman bar Yitzchok le Rav Chia bar Oven. Shishim kamers or shloshim kamers? What did you say? 60? Maybe meant 30? Or le shishim? The Yisayim of the Hegdish. Again, what did you mean? Because in our Mishnah it says 30 days for Yisayim, 60 for Hegdish. You meant Yisayim 60 days? Or le Yisayim, ma Mishnah Kirmeir, Kireb Yehuda? Now we're in big trouble, because the Mishnah says that according to Meir, it's 30 days. This Gemara right here has to be, you have to check off this Gemara, make a note. This is one of those Gemaras you want to remember for the rest of your life. What? No, we're saying it now. I gave a Hagdama.
You just made it.
Me'avimi Kulfei Tovi Bali Alo. I got beat up really hard over this kasha that you just asked. Dosh Maitza. Bala Achar is from this Gemara. The Bala Achar is Tzuvim Shloishim. What are you asking? Then the Mishnah says that according to Rameh it's 30 days for Yisayimim, and you said 60 days. It's both. And you have to remember this. He got beat up, literally, according to Rashi, literally, he took out a stick and beat Rav Chisda up because Rav Chisda forgot. You have to remember stuff. You can't just forget Torah. Bala Hachar is Ritzufim Shloishim. If you're going to do it in consecutive days, 30 days. B'Sheni v'Chamishi, but if you're only going to announce it Monday and Thursday, 60 days. You better remember it, because if not, I'm going to whip you. Even though if you take 60 days and only announce it on Monday and Thursday, it's 18 days. In the beginning, I checked it, it came out 16, but then I took out a calendar, and I actually did it, and it works out perfectly to 18. Because in every month is 9. If you start here, July 2019, I just took a goyish and count our month, and the first day of the month happened to be on a Monday, so it worked out perfect. If you start on a Monday, so you get 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and then you continue on. Here's the Thursday. You continue right into Thursday, and get another 9. It equals 18 exactly. So if you,
30 is not 30.
huh?
30 is not 30.
Right, that's what I was just saying.
Shabbos you can't.
What about Shabbos? No, he's just announcing. No. He's announcing on Monday and Thursday. If you.
He's saying the 30.
It's not 18 to 30.
Oh, okay.
It's not 30.
I thought about that, but I think maybe Moshe Shabbos or something. I don't know. I didn't see anybody talk about it.
When the Gemara says 30 days, surely it means 30 working days.
Yeah, it could be.
Like when the bank tells
It
you
could be 30
days,
possible
10
days. I don't know.
it means 7 working days.
That I don't know.
It means a month.
But it means you certainly, over here, it's only 18 total. Out of 60, you're getting 18 total versus, I don't know,
You
make the
get the best
cheshbon.
price in the beginning.
Versus 53, what, I don't know what it would be.
You get
If
the
you
highest-
if you miss Shabbosim in 60 days, you have
You get
53
the
days
highest-
versus 18 days. It's a
the
lot.
highest price in the very
Or no, sorry. No, what I'm talking about. It's 4. You're getting
You're
33 days instead of, not 33, 23 days. 23 days, fine.
longer, you have to negotiate that.
Ritzuvin would be, why not? 4 Shabbosim. Let's see how many Shabbosim there are in a week. Here,
You want 1 million.
Most people are off.
26. 26. All right.
Right away. You can-
But I don't know. Maybe you have to be Machris Moshe Shabbos. I don't know. I didn't see halach. Right. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Where are you? So what?
Huh? Where you Machris? Town Square, Besden.
Oh no, and also when they go back.
Twitter.
Nobody's going to be there.
I think they had some.
Where exactly do you do that chroza? In,
Erev Shabbos is when they go home.
but where? Wait, what's in a where? On the.
The fact that it says Monday and Thursday is mashma bezin, because that's what people come on
Yeah.
Monday and Thursday.
That makes sense.
Kivin the moshcha milso shamayinche. So the 18 days makes up for the consecutive days because it takes so long, and eventually it gets to everybody and people hear about it. Now we're going to go into a whole sugya. We're going to finish up the day like this. When do Yisraelim have to pay up? When do Yisraelim pay up? So the father dies and he leaves over debt. Could you collect from the Yisraelim? So the Shulchan Aruch brings six times that you collect from a Yasam. And we're going to see most of them in our sugya. So maybe I'll just say it Baal Peh, because the sugya kind of goes in different directions. The first one is when the father admits, right before he dies, he admits he owes money. If he admits he owes money, then there's no issue. The Yisraelim owe money, let them pay up. I was going to say there's issues if the father doesn't admit, so maybe there's some shtar somewhere, they're too young to find it. If he admits, he admits. If the father is in a nidui, if he's not paying his chayvas, in the time of the Gemara, they put him in a nidui. If he paid up, he would probably go to Besdin and remove his nidui, say I'm paying, I want to pay, remove my nidui, and then Besdin would know that he paid up. So the fact that he died in a nidui is obvious to us that he still owes money, then we could be going from Yisayimim Ktanim right away.
Says you can't
The same thing, I'm telling you when you could be going from Yisayimim Ktanim. There's 6 ways, 6 things. Same thing is if he died within the shtar. So the shtar says he owes money until August and he died in July. There's no way he paid early. Why would he pay early? We don't have any reason to believe he paid early. Nobody pays early. So the Yisayim would have to pay up. If there's ribis, the Gemara is going to explain what case is ribis. Goy, not goy. If there's ribis, then it's eating into the Yisayim's profits. We want to get rid of this right away. So we say, okay, let the Yisayim pay up. If the Yisayim benefit from paying now, let's say the guy says, if you pay me today, the Yisayim are 6 years old. The guy says, listen, I'm not waiting 7 years until they become G'daylim. You pay me now, I'll get rid of half the chayiv. So it's a good benefit for the Yisayim, we allow it. What's the sixth thing? Ksuba. Ksuba sisha. We're going to see that it's not according to everybody, but l'chari, that's how the Shulchan Aruch passes like that. That even a ksuba, you pay up. So let's see the sugi inside.
This is when the shtar was already done as well? The chayiv was already done, over?
What? What do you mean?
In the case of ribis, when you're going to be going from this to
yeah.
the chayiv was already done as well?
No, no.
Every month.
He pays, if you don't pay up, you pay ribis. There's no chayiv done, not done. You're saying it came to the time of the payment?
Yeah, was it already through a chayiv? He's in the middle of giving off paying this chayiv.
He's not in the middle of paying off the chayiv. As long as he doesn't pay the chayiv, his estate pays ribis.
Every day costs money.
You took money out of a bank, you pay every month 10%. 10%. It eats up. By the time the Ketana become G'daylim, there's going to be zero left from the Nechasim.
We sell this estate against their wishes in order to protect them from living?
We don't really care about their wishes. What's their wishes? The only reason we don't sell their estate is because we want to protect the Ketanim. We need to protect them. They don't know what they're doing. To protect them, we wait until the G'daylim. By then, maybe they could find the receipt. They could find a shtar, whatever it is. But if we have no reason to believe that, then who cares if it's against their wishes? Omer Rav Yehuda, Omer Rav Asi. Yeah. So here's the sugya. Here's one of the things that Shulchan Aruch brings down. You don't sell off the nechasim of a yasam, who's a katan, unless there's ribis eating at it. Yes, I agree to that one, but I also add you could pay off now a woman has two things going on in her ksuba. Number one is she has this one-time payment of 200 zuz or 100, whatever it is. She has a payment, a large payment. And then she also has in the ksuba, it says that she gets to eat mezainis. She gets support. If she gets her large amount, she doesn't get mezainis anymore. So we give her the ksuba, and then she doesn't get mezainis anymore.
Against the wishes.
No, if she collects it, if she wants to collect, she comes to collect her ksuba. She says, I want to get a lump sum. I want to buy a house. I need a down payment. I'm not interested in getting $100 a month for my food. I want the lump sum right now.
So Anisha prefers the monthly payouts.
Well, it depends. And now maybe she's in shidduchim. We're going to see in a second. It's a sign, actually. We're going to see in a second that she's thinking about getting married. Now she's moving on with her life.
When she asks, she can no longer get mezainis.
That's what we're going to see. Yeah. Ravasi, my time aloyo amar luksubasisha. So how come Ravasi doesn't say this? Because it's not eating at the Yisayim's profit. Because at the end of the day, a woman who earns money, she could either keep it, or she could say she could opt for the mezainis. And if she opts for mezainis, then the husband gets the Maisi Yadayim, she gets her salary, and therefore the Yisayim don't lose anything. Sometimes, I don't know about you guys, but most of the women here, they eat a lot more mezainis than they earn. No? I'm saying no matter what they earn, even if they earn a lot, they're spending more than they earn. Bekitzer, it doesn't. At the end of the day, it's not a good deal. It's not a good deal with a woman. What?
Spend more than the mezainis. Let's put it that way.
Well, it depends what mezainis is. If all shopping is mezainis, then.
In the world, it's not like that. They make more than what.
No, I'm not talking about mezainis, the food. I'm talking about mezainis. You know, like the malls and then everything else that goes on.
Most of the time,
They're the only ones who are earning money.
Oh, here you're talking about a coil wife. Okay. V'idach zimnin loy
Not
sofka.
supporting someone.
Tanan. Now we learned. Shuma yisoyim shloishim yoyim v'shuma hegdesh shishim yoyim. Umachrizim ba'aboyku b'erev. That's our Mishnah. B'mayaskinon. How does this fit in? Ilay b'achoyv goy. If the guy is a goy, it makes sense. That's why he's taking ribbis, mitzayis. Now, here's the problem. Rashi explains beautifully. While they're doing this achroz of 30 days, he needs to stop charging interest. Why? Because we have a suffix and a vada here. If he charges interest, then the Yisraelim for sure losing. Every day there's an interest payment. Why are you waiting 30 days? Because maybe you're going to get a better buyer. You want to max out the profits, but maybe you won't get a better buyer. One thing I know for sure, ribbis. Ribbis is constant. Ribbis is a vadai. The fact that maybe the Yisraelim will benefit and they'll get a better price, that's only a suffix. And maybe not. So Memela, you have to have this guy stop charging ribbis. He's not going to listen. Elopshita b'bachayv. No? What's shver?
What are you saying?
Saying that how do you have a right to do achraza? How do you have a right? How does Bezin have a right to announce this for 30 days?
He won't stop.
If he won't stop, then we shouldn't announce this property. You're telling me, a lot of times you get a better price on the real estate, okay? And what if you don't get a better price and now the son just lost out $500 in interest payments? That comes first. We know for sure ribbis, he pays every month ribbis. We don't know for sure that he's going to get a better price. You're hoping, you're assuming, but you don't know for sure. So you want the guy to stop doing ribbis, but he's a guy. He's not stopping to do anything. So the Jew is the one that gave the loan here. How can you allow a Jew to take ribbis from another Jew? So what's the obvious question? You looked in the art scroll. You weren't on Shabbos. Those who look in the art scroll have to say their own answers from the art scroll. That's the site from the Maggid Shir in Chicago. So my chavrus asked me this question. I told him I have a pashut answer. He says, I guarantee you don't have the answer. And Baruch Hashem was mechavan to the answer. And the hana that I had from saying the answer, it wasn't the hana, it was just the hana that I got him. Kitzer, I'm going to ask you, so what's the answer? The question is, we all do heter iska. You can do heter iska from Bank Leumi, Jews.
It's a business.
Oh.
When there is a business there. Otherwise, it's just between you and your friend and almost. It's nothing.
So what are you saying, Nochamo? Yes, I think you're saying that.
Heter iska is if you're doing the deal of business. Basic. So then it's
Right.
iska.
And Memela what? So Memela, we're not going to get involved in that.
You have to show interest.
It's not interest, but the losing. The ASIC is losing. The ASIC every month loses money to this guy, so we got to get rid of this ASIC.
The question here was.
But they're supposed with the father, not with them.
Yeah, but it continues. So anyways, I think that's what he's saying. I think he's saying, and the Sfas Emes talks about this, and other Achronim have different answers, but the answer he says is, Heter Iska basically means that you're doing a business with somebody. So we're not going to get involved in your business that you're losing money in your business. We can't stop all losses of reassignment. We're going to stop ribbis. We have to stop interest loss. And this is not interest loss. And if there's interest loss between a Jew and a Jew, we have to stop it. Yeah, it's an investment. Bidyuk, it's an investment. So some investments make money, some don't. The person can't just go into every investment. Oh, we don't like this investment for the assignment. He's a partner there. You know what I'm saying? He's a partner. You can't absolve the partnership just because they don't like it. So Ella the loikachal ribisa. So there's no ribbis going on. Victonian is kakin. At the end of the day, it says that you could sell. So Bishleim l'Rabbi Yochanan mukla b'ksuvasisha. So I'll tell you what's going on here. There's no ribbis, but we're talking about a woman. And Memela, even though they're ktanim, I have a case where this ktanim, I'm going to take away their property. How? The woman, the mother, the old wife, whatever it is, she's demanding your ksuba. You have to pay. If you're yasim, you have to pay. And that's what it means that machrizim. That's the chayv here. But not a regular chayv. Elo l'Ravasi kashio. But Ravasi that says there's no ksuba, what's going on here? According to you, there has to be ribbis, but there is no ribbis. So wait a minute, how do you explain Rabbi Yochanan? Mishav kinu mezoyne de vadai kom afsedov and aktin achroz le'edinon imarvichinon iloi marvichinon. That's what we said before. According to Rabbi Yochanan, how do you mezoynes is something that's for sure coming out, and you're going to make an announcement now. You're going to make an announcement, and you have to pay up this woman all this for 30 days. You're going to pay her mezainis because maybe if she demands her 200 zuz, her $10,000, pay her today. Why don't you pay her right now? If you're going to wait 30 days and try to get a better price on the property, these son are going to lose money every day by paying her mezainis. It's $5 a day. $5, it's going to add up. How do you do something how do you do something against the assignment that's a vadai, because maybe on a suffix they're going to make money? Says the Gemara, when a woman steps into Bezdin and demands a ksuba, it's a bam chidush, a bam halacha. If a woman steps into Bezdin and says, I want my ksuba today, I want my lump sum, on the spot, we stop giving her mezainis. Mezainis is something that's connected to the husband. If she's still attached to the husband, like it says in Ksubas, then she gets mezainis. As soon as she says, I'm not interested, I want to get married, she's already kaviyachol saying goodbye to her old husband, and from that moment on, she doesn't get mezainis.
If she doesn't want to get married, she's stum wants her.
We don't know that, but by the fact that she comes in the man's mezainis, it proves to us, that's what the Gemara in Ksubas says.
Usually the estate's got 30 days to pay. The husband, let's say she's a divorcee, they've got 30 days to pay her normally if it's a debt in Bezdin.
No mezainis then.
So for 1 month she's got nothing to live on, and she gets no lump sum either.
Right. Yeah, because she's suing the Yisraelim. The Yisraelim have to benefit. We have to make sure the Yisraelim get the right deal. What do you want them to do? You want them to sell their building in Manhattan for $100,000?
So take a bridge.
But it's a mardik chiddush, right? It's something that we might have not known, forgotten from ksubas. Once she steps into Bezdin and asks for a ksuba, in America there's a similar law, right? I don't know how it works here. If a woman gets support, what's it called? Not child support, alimony. But once she gets married, that minute she gets married, the alimony stops. That makes a lot of sense. The Gemara takes it one step further. If she's in Shidduchim, she's already serious about getting married to somebody else. And the svara is because in the Ksuba it says, I'm giving you, I think Rashi brings down the Lashon, I'm giving you because you're connected to me. Once you're not connected to me, and by showing that you're interested in other men, not a particular guy, then that's it. Then I don't give you mezainis anymore.
It's only about mama, not by Grusha.
Right, Grusha doesn't get at all.
Grusha,
There's no, but there's no mezainis. There's no mezainis by Grusha.
She has to wait a year.
She gets two and that's it.
She's a Grusha, she has to wait a year.
Ask the Gemara. What?
Even if she moves out of the house, she doesn't get it.
She's not to wait a year.
Even she moves out of the house and she's showing.
She doesn't get it.
Really? Okay. So you mean there's other simanim that she's moving on with life. She's done with her late husband. What? Okay, whatever it is, she changed her last name. Fine. She removed the pictures off the wall. Whatever it is, she.
Everyone's trying to plan ahead here. Like,
What?
everyone's trying to plan ahead.
Everybody's worried about that $5,000. I think it's like literally $3,000-4,000.
Everybody woke up.
Yeah. Okay. Chaim, is there any reason why you know these halachas so well?
You don't see the book he has in China?
I know. He's preparing for that Dayanis thing. Rabbi Isai, we have Magid Shurim here. We have Dayanim. It's unbelievable. It's a whole. Holy Kash Ativaz Ksubasa Bezdin Ein La Mezainis. Yehachi asked the Gemara, if she doesn't have Mezainis anymore, is that Kukilam, is that Kinin law? What's the Shaila? Since what's the Gemara's Kash here?
We're talking about the Amana came as Tavera Ksuba.
She doesn't have Mizaynis, and therefore what?
She shouldn't be Makaba more than Mizaynis than the Islam.
What's the Gemara's kasha?
If she doesn't get support, then the basin shouldn't be involved with selling her.
Hello, anybody? We're holding by Ihachi is da kuke loim is da kinun. What's the kasha? No, Menachem, somebody.
If she doesn't get Mizayna,
Yeah.
so the Yisayim are not losing, so what do we care?
And what do we care what?
We don't have to sell the property.
No, then we could delay.
Then we
Then we could do whatever we want. She's not losing. They're not losing, so who cares?
15 minutes.
If they're not losing, then what do we care? Says the Gemara, Elakivin is the kinin law.
From them at all.
What?
Until they get older.
No.
Yeah, don't be going from your seven at all. Just wait till they get older. The whole point of being going from your seven is to save them so that they don't lose. Once you say she's not being going
Right.
from else, wait till they become adults.
Wait until we become adults. Very good. Shkoyach. Elakivin is the kinin law mikara, is the kinin law lebasoif. Says the Gemara, it's not fair. You lured her in here. You let her say that she wants to bring her ksuba, and through that, you make her lose her mezainis. And because she's losing her mezainis, then you're going to go. It's a circle. So don't let her in here. Don't let her make her claim. And memela, she won't lose anything. You can't make her lose mezainis and then make her lose the property also. It's not fair. Mikol Mokaim leRavasi kasha. So what do we do with Ravasi who doesn't have this whole ksuba business? Back to the original question, we only have the Yisayimim and there's no ribbis. Says the Gemara, Lo'ilam b'Bachayv Goy. No, so we are talking about a Goy. Shekibel olav l'adam b'dina Yisrael. He accepted to act as a Jew. So Mela, what are you telling me? He can't take ribbis? He could take ribbis, he's a Goy. Yachi ribbis nami le'ilishkol. If he's acting like a Jew, it's an interesting question. If he's acting like a Jew, so let him act completely like a Jew. He should be mekabel all mitzvahs. He shouldn't take ribbis. Shekibel of lezu, v'leikibel of lezu. So he's willing to wait, abstain from ribbis for 30 days while we do the hachraza, but he's not masking to get rid of all the.
He has to listen to the Bezdin. He'll do ribbis.
Yeah, but we're talking about that he's not listening to the Bezdin. That was the Gemara's question in the beginning. But he asked me, he's mekabel. A guy, he's a nice guy, he's mekabel all of Jewish laws.
Not all Jews, all the Bezdin.
Yeah. Goyim do between themselves or between Jews?
And the guy is prepared to submit to you.
You mean because it has enough, they think it's kosher?
Arbitration Act. So
Excuse me,
it's just acting as arbitrator.
two Goyim
And I say the time's very fast.
I've been to Bezdin, but there's two Goyim fighting each other in Bezdin.
Really?
Yes.
Why? Because you get an earlier date or something?
Yeah.
It's much cheaper.
Oh,
It keeps it out of the revenue guys. Big deals.
Revenue-wise, and they have to accept it because not to cause issues. Okay.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Toshma. Ein ifram b'nichse yisoymim elo min haziburis. If a person is alive, what's the halacha? If a person is alive and a bal chayv comes to him, what do we pay? What does he have to pay him?
The worst land.
Beininus. If he's alive, Reuven is alive, he owes money to Shimon, he doesn't have cash, Shimon wants his field. Which field does he take? He takes the middle one. What does a woman get if the guy's alive? Ziburis. He gets divorced, he gets to be the worst. So it says over here, Ein Ephraim nichse yisoymim element is a buris. There's no middle, there's no beininus. It's not like when the father is alive. B'mayiskinon. Ilei b'bachoiv goy mitzois. Why would he accept the ziburis? He wants the best field. If there's ribis, why would it allow it? It's talking about there's no ribis. So kasha on Ravasi, the first words of our sugam Ravasi, here we have a case. It says mefurish there's no ribis, and you could still be going from the Yisayimim. In other words, Yisayimim are not protected at all. Again, going back to the same spars, and a lot of the sugya is repetitive. Rabbi Yochanan will say this, according to Rabbi Yochanan, talking about a woman ksuba. El Ravasi, there's no ksuba sisha, only a regular chayv, but there's no ribis. Oh, Ravasi, Rabbi Yochanan, Menicha, Iksuva, Ma'ira, Miyasmi, Afilu minei didei nami biziburis. If it's talking about a ksuba is always ziburis. So what's the big chiddush? Why are we saying ein Ephraim nichzi Yisrael element is ziburis? Of course it's ziburis. We're talking about a ksuvas isha. So why should it go up a step after the guy dies? When he's alive, he only pays ziburis. So because he's dead, that's why the Yisrael should pay more. Of course it's ziburis. Holy kasha. Rabbi Meir, the amar ksuvas isha bebeinanis. So that's the chiddush. If he's alive, he has to pay beinanis, and that's what the Bride comes to say. Miyasmin ziburis. Mikol makar l'rasi kasha. Lo ilam b'bachayv goy. Shekib alav ladim b'dina Yisrael. Iyachi ribis namin loy lishkol. If he's like a Jew, he shouldn't. Shekibel lezu, lekibel lezu. Okay, so this we had word for word before. Toshma. Amenas litin lishok subaso l'bachayv chayvay. What do we have yesterday? That during the hachraza they announce in Bezdin or wherever they announce, they say the reason why we're doing this is because we need to pay the woman the ksuva and the balchayv is chayv, and the Gemara says there's reasons why we say it. It's more beneficial for them. Bishleim balchayv bein maru bein mar kedushaninen. We said before, okay, we're talking about a case where there's ribis. El ksubasa bishleim l'rebbeichan. How do you stick in? What kind of achraz is there for ksuba if according to Rabasi there's no such thing as ksuba? What case is it? The Gemara said yesterday that if we're paying back a woman a ksuba, we must announce the ksuba we're selling off this property for the Yisraelim to pay off the ksuba. But there is no ksuba. You never pay ksuba according to Rabasi. Only according to Rabbi Yochanan. So here's another halach in Shulchan Aruch. Kishchayiv Maida. When the guy says, right before he dies, he says, I owe my wife a ksuba, so then there's no shaila. He owes his wife a ksuba. We're not worried that maybe he paid her and it's just off the record and nobody heard about it. Hashadas is la'achi. Once you say this teretz chayiv maida, kulinami shachayiv maida. So all these cases that we said about chayiv, and we're asking ribis, how's it possible? No ribis. You know what? There's no ribis. Yet if the chayiv is maida, that he owes, we got to take it out of the Yisraelim immediately. There's no reason to wait until they become G'daylim. Says the Gemara, a guy gives his wife a get, 5 days later he dies, and Mereimar took the ksuba out of the nechasim. Vafilu Rabbi Yochanan lekamar el balmana dikom after the mezainis. We said the whole point is because it's mezainis, and like I'm explained before, once there's no mezainis, if there's no mezainis, then we have no problem. But by grusha, there's no mezainis. It's the same case as if a woman went to Bezdin with her ksuba that she stops the mezainis. And we said before, lie, there's no reason to sell it off. A nupshat. Now we're not talking about ribis anymore. We're talking about chino. Chino, Rashi says chino means that we want a woman to marry a man at any given time. So what we do is we make it easy for her to collect her ksuba. If she knows she's not going to have issues, if her husband's going to dump her or he's going to die, she's going to get her ksuba without waiting 13 years until the little baby she has is going to be a gadol, she'll get married easier. Other Rishonim places say that chino is talking about the husband. That if the wife does work and why will she work well in the house? She'll do all her duties because she's going to get her ksuba, so then the husband will appreciate her more. Or another pshat is that we want this woman to get money so she's wealthy enough she'll have good status on the shidduch market. So China is not her husband or herself, it's the second husband, the shidduch guy. When they call up the shadchan, we say, look, she just has this tremendous amount of money. She has $3,000 in the account. She's just got a ksuba. It's a good shidduch. Fine. Omer Rav Nachman Reisha lehavim mizdakikna lenichse yasmei. In the beginning, I did what it said over here. You're not supposed to go to Yisrael and take their money. Their fields. Rav says an unbelievable thing. Yasmei da'achla deloy didu. They have a field. They're sitting on a field that really belongs to who? To the malva, to the balchayv, to the malva. The balchayv owes the money. He inherited a chayv to his yisayimim. What are the yisayimim eating now? Something that's not theirs. Guess what's going to happen to them? Says Rav. Leizlu basa shivkayu. they're going to end up in the same place. They're going to Gehenna. No, they're gonna they're gonna die. They're gonna go to the same. They're gonna go visit their father soon. So the kids he took this very seriously. He doesn't want the Yisraelim to die. So I'm doing them a favor. I don't want them to die. I'm going to take the field out of their hands and pay up the chayvus. So, but what was he thinking to begin with? It's a bad thing. The father has a chayv. He's probably not very happy in Shemayim right now. It's a problem. At the end of the day, because Rav Papa holds that the shibud is not midiraisa, la midiraisa, so Mela, it's just a mitzvah that they have. Then I'm a chuv mitzvahs. The father is cooking over there. No. Ravuna brother Yeshua Amar, Eimar tzrori atvesei.
I think the mouth is cooking.
In this world, over there the fire is hotter. So Ravuna brother Yeshua says that we're concerned that maybe it's a very interesting lashon. Tzrori atvesei means that he grabbed whatever he has. He didn't pay him up. He didn't give him he didn't send a wire to his account. He's dying. He's mamish dying. He just grabbed money, grabbed loose change, and gave it to him. And Memela, what? Yeah. He gave it. I mean, he grabbed it and gave it to him.
Father, the guy that's dying.
Yeah. I'm saying that. I'm explaining what it means. Tzrori atvasa. Tzrori atvasa means it's a bahala. It's a bahala. Yeah, I'm talking from Rishonim here. From why he paid him. What's the lashon of tzrori atvasa? I'm just explaining a little bit of difference. Nachon, but why? Why tzror? It means that he gave him things because he's dying, and Mamela he didn't have time to. I'll explain to you later. You'll see soon. So he doesn't have time to write a shtar. He doesn't have anything. He's in the hospital. He's in an ICU. He gave him whatever he had there. He gave him his cane. He gave him his refrigerator. He gave him this. And Mamela, we don't know what's going on. And Mamela, you can't take from the Yisraelim until they have a chance to refute it, until they dig doilim. My binayu. So what's the difference between a papa and this svara? Kishchayiv moida. If the chayiv is moida, then we don't have tzrora atvasei. He didn't give him any money, but the Yisraelim don't have to pay according to Rav Papa because it's not their mitzvah. So even if the chayiv is moida, so what? He's moida. I'm not going to pay because I don't have a mitzvah to pay. Wait until I'm a gadol. I'm chayiv mitzvahs. Inami shamtu. It's tzrora atvasei. There's no tzrora atvasei because he's moida. He says I owe money, and then he dies. Vidui. No. We're choishish for tzrora atvasei. But if a guy says I owe this guy money, there's no reason to believe tzrora atvasei. But even so, for 100% chayiv, I know for a fact he's moed, he's chayiv. Rav Papa says even if he's 100% chayiv, it says on the wall I'm chayiv. He doesn't have to pay because he's a yasam. Inami shamtu misbishamte. There's no reason to believe that a guy is tzrora atvasei when he died within a nidui, because he would have removed the nidui. He would have told Bezin he's potter. Shochem itam. We have 4 minutes. We got to finish up. What? Yeah, avada, 100% on the spot. When the G'dolim have to spend, then there's no excuses. Maybe tzrora to say you think tzrora to prove it. If you can't prove it when you're gadol, pay up. Shochem itam the shamtu misbishamte v'hilchas soker avhuna beredi of Yeshua, and the halacha is that we're choishish for tzrori atvasei. Says the Gemara, Tnan. Shuma Yisayim Shloishim Yoyim, Shuma Hegdish Shloishim Yoyim, Shishim Yoyim, Umachrizim Baboik. I was just trying to see if you guys are listening. Baboik Uberev, B'may Askilim. That's our Mishnah. Ilaim B'bachoiv Goy. So we had this Rabbi say word for word, everything came out. Mitzoyis. How could it be a Goy? How will he listen? Why would he listen to hold off on the ribbis? El B'shid B'bachoiv. El B'bachoiv Yisrael. If I skip here from now on, don't help. We need to go weiter. We need to finish the Amud. According to Rav Papa, that they're not chayiv. What's going on here? Rav Papa has nothing to do with the ribbis anymore. It is talking about a chayv, but it's a guy. He kibul olav limtulad the godly. Let him wait a little bit. Shekibul olav the zuv like kibul zu. He's not going to wait. Why would he wait 10 years? he's asking him to hold off on ribbis for 30 days. Now before we said a different teretz because we're talking about ribbis, so it's like he accepted ribbis for 30 days, he's not going to, but he does want ribbis. But over here we're talking about something else, we're talking about waiting for a long time. Papa never mentioned ribbis here. Tashma. So you announced, this is the announcement, that why are we selling the property? To give the ksuba to the woman, or for the Bachayv. Maiskinan. Ilay Bachayv goy mitzayis. El shid Bachayv Yisrael. Bishlam l'Rav Huna Bereder Yishua Mukilo B'Shchayv Moida. El Rav Papa Bishlam Ksuba Mishumchina. El Bachayv Kashya. They don't have to pay. Yosem never pays because he doesn't have a mitzvah. Lo'ilam Bachayv goy. We're going to kibel olav ladim b'din Yisrael. Ikibel olav linter luad the godly. Let him wait. Like a zoo. Fine. This we had 3-4 times already. Rav Amar Nupshat, very very similar to Atvis story. Mishum shoivar. So look in Taisus what the difference is. But I saw a pshat, and that's what I like better. Menachem doesn't like my pshat. Mishum shoivar means that maybe there's a receipt that he paid up. And Atvis story means that he didn't even have a time for a receipt because he was so mebulbul. But if we're not chayshish for a receipt. But nan hanifrash b'fanav. If a woman comes to get her ksuba and the husband is not in town, just like if she came to be nifrash, she has to. If a regular bachayv comes, the bachayv could say, "Look, you want your money? Swear." So over here, he's not in front of us. We'll say it for him. You want your ksuba? Make a shvua. Sar habira. The reason why she could demand payment, even though the Baldin is not here in front of us, is the svar of Chino. We want women to be able to get married. We want it to be easy for Shidduchim. B'chayv loy. Rabbi Nachman afil b'chayv nami. V'chayish l'shoivar. If you're concerned about maybe he paid up and there's some receipt somewhere, hasam nami by the b'chayv also neichosh. Maybe there's a receipt. We have to be concerned that if we don't pay up, we can't be concerned about a shaver because that's the greatest trick in the world. You borrow millions of dollars from somebody and you just disappear. You go to America. I'm not here. There's nothing you can do. So Memela, and also another svar they say over there is the continuation of that. Then nobody's gonna loan money.
Nothing much changes over the years.
The aniyim, yeah, exactly. The aniyim are going to take advantage. The rich people are not going to give the aniyim loans. It's going to hurt everybody. So we make if somebody's out of town, you could be goiva, even him not being there, as long as you swear. Omer Rava, hilchasa, ein niskakim lenichsei yisoymim, unless of course there's ribis, like we said. V'momar tnu niskakim, like Rav Huna. Sada zu, umana zu. If he points and he says, this field, this amount, this money, niskakim ve'im amidim apitropis. What's the apitropis for? Why do we usually need an apitropis? To give the worst of the worst, to make sure that Yisraelim have all the good properties. But if the guy points to a specific property and says, I want this building in Manhattan, give that to him. There's nothing the Yisraelim can do about it. Sada stam umana stam. But if he didn't specify anything, niskakim umamidim apitropis, then we need an apitropis to make sure that the guy gets the worst one. No. In every case, there's apitropis. Even when he points to a field. If there's witnesses that come along and say, by the way, this guy that just died is a big crook and this field wasn't his. You know you have witnesses that say mefurish, so that's it. We get rid of it. Omer Ravashi Hilkoch is that kukay loim is that kiknina. So at the end of the day, says Rashi, let me take everything. Let me make seder here. You don't take money away from you. You don't sell a field from Yasam. The Omer Rava Hilchasa Einis Kakim. V'im is that kiknina. What does that mean? If yes, in other words, when the guy said on his deathbed, "I owe money," so there is a situation where we do, then mukmin apitropos. Then we put up apitropos, even in a case where he points and says, "This is the field." Why? He makes a mishmash here. He takes a little bit of nardo, he takes a little bit of this. The Amin nardo, but kulin skokim ma'amid ma'apitropos. Levam min zisod shein shaloi. The chazuki sad v'shakir lemich zekinon. Shkoyach.